Hi there, this is episode 2 of Fishfindings. This is just going over the random, various, tiny things that I found in Fishman's lore and expediting those to a explainable format so that you can understand sort of where this information comes from. Today I'm going to talk about a very popular album of theirs, Long Season. It's their 6th. And for the longest time, it was a question of where is this album? Where did this picture come from in the world, right? So we understand that it was taken in summer to autumn of 1996. And what we have here is a path that goes here and then takes an angle. It has several of these rods and a lot of these rebar sort of railings here. And we have a lot of this foliage. But ultimately, the most important part of this image is going to be the bridge here in the background. We're going to talk about this bridge a lot, and we're going to talk about where this bridge is and how to find it and how to identify it as opposed to other bridges in the area. So, a lot of what we know about this album cover is going to come from what's in this video, Space Shower TV Episode 1. Of which, believe it or not, the cover was recently sold on eBay for, like, over $1,000. But anyway, by the actual painter, but regardless. So, most of this Space Shower TV disc is one concert from 1992, and that's most of it. However, the end of it is a making of the Long Season cover, a premium music video style compilation of recording footage and off-shot footage from the Long Season jacket shoot. So, a lot of what we know about the Long Season cover photo is going to come from this specific video. Now, unfortunately, it is a very low quality video. You'll see what I mean by just sort of the screenshots that we have to work off of, sort of. Like, this is a screenshot from the video, right? Here's another screenshot from the video. So this is sort of getting a basis of where so you can see the same bridge in the background, right? Again, we're looking specifically at this bridge. Here's a zoom in. So something you can notice about how the bridge is in this photo, as well as how it is in this footage, is that there's actually two railings here. There's two different ones. There's a main railing that you can hold onto with your hands, and a secondary one that's almost like a guard, right? So you're not going to find this bridge anywhere. It's a very distinctive bridge, and so there's really only so many that you can check. And we can also confirm that the footage in this is the right way because of... We can confirm it wasn't mirrored, for example, because of Kashiwabara's hat here, which is angled pretty much exactly like the one on the cover. This lovely photo with him with a cat that he most likely found. And I love this photo a lot, for independent reasons, but, we can confirm from this alone that they are not, the video from the In Space Shower TV episode is not mirrored, right? So, we know that for a fact. So, we know for a fact that, based off of that, the direction they take off of, in this direction, they go off to the left, off of this bridge, to our right, we can tell from that they aren't actually going to the left and that it's on the other side of the bridge. So when we do find this bridge, we know what side it's on. We know it's on, from this side. So that nails us down a tiny bit. But now we have to start sort of looking through bridges. And I have this handy map here. We do know where it is. It's on the Tama River. But this essentially involved researching for a very long time all sorts of different bridges across the forest west of Tokyo. I was about to start going north, for various reasons, toward Chiba, but we know it's west, so I looked through probably hundreds of different bridges. This is, a bunch of research that happened back in 2019. And we know for a fact that it's this bridge that's no longer there. And the reason we know that is because we cross-referenced with hundreds of other bridges, right? So this one was looked at for a bit because it holds a lot of those similar railings, and it's very long similarly, but you can tell very quickly that it's not the same bridge, mostly because it doesn't have these big supports that are in the footage for it, right? It's a very, like, it's a suspension bridge, and that's not present here, as well as the double railings are not present here. So we can look at a different one that was proposed with this wonderful, I believe, a Vulpix plushie here in frame, but you can tell that we have these double railings, but they're A, not the same railings, B, not oriented correctly, C, this is not a bridge. But this was proposed as a possible pathway identifier. Obviously, it's not correct, though, because, again, if we look back at the long season photo, there's not any of these bollards here that are holding up these rebar railings, so it's not this one either. Eventually, we landed on this photo, though, which was really interesting, because you have those same supports, right? You have that double railing, right? All that good stuff. You can't really tell exactly what's going on with the floor, but you can tell that it's sort of similar. Now, this we were able to get this downward photo of the Google Maps area surrounding it. And you can probably see that this is probably the same bridge from that cover, right? It's the same color, it's got the same concrete supports, you got that same concrete support, so it's very likely at this point that this is the same bridge. This is the other side of it. This is not the side that the long season cover photo was taken on. So you can tell pretty readily that this is the bridge that we're looking for, and that's specifically here, and it's no longer there. It was swept away in 2019 from a typhoon, and that's how you can tell I did this a long time ago. I did this in 2018, is where I found that photo, but for the longest time, you could not find sort of a photo of that exact location. You couldn't get there. There was no coverage of that area. That's because that pathway that they're on was actually closed down a while ago, so you can't go there legally, right? Now, people still do, and I was able to get somebody to go there, and sure enough, this pathway right next to this bridge, or where it used to be, you can sort of see it in the background, but this pathway is right here. It's got the same bollards, you got the same rebar, and to cap it all off, we actually saw in 2019 the Fishman's movie crew actually go there themselves, and they took a much clearer, albeit much more depressing, photo of the area. And this essentially what we have here is a very somewhat depressing angle, and we can sort of confirm based on, like, cross-referencing from the photo that, yes, this is the exact same photo, exact same bridge here in Mitake, in Ome of Tokyo, right here, right next to what now is the Mitake Bridge. That's about all I've got for you today. That's the long season cover photo. Hope you enjoy, and I'll probably go through all these other ones in a different video. Enjoy. Subscribe for more of these, I guess. Thank you.